What's up, everyone? Welcome to game number 17 of Monkey Flip. Hope it doesn't take as long this time to find a game as it did last. There we go. Let's see a D4 game. I actually want a challenge. But we're going to get a Caro-Kann. Okay, what kind of Caro-Kann do we have in store today? Is it going to be a knight c3? Nope. Good old boring e5. I'm going to defend in this manner. Okay. It's bishop on f5. Yep, someone else with better internet, excuse me. Let's take a look at our opponent. Peak is 1781, that was earlier this year. Let's check out the full stats. Just started at around 1200, quickly climbed to 1600, and slowly he's been getting to 1700, but never any higher. Yeah, that trade's always welcome. Can play e6. That might not have been right, because a correctly timed queen b5 check can win him a pawn. If not, something worse. Okay, so he actually played f4. It's pretty ballsy. What do I want to do? So I don't have to do this, but I kind of want to play c4 here, just to get some more practice in positions where, you know, there's not necessarily a lot of open room, because I feel like that's where I struggle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll play c4. I don't think it's necessarily the best move, but just want to push myself a little bit. And after he moves his queen away, I have to think what I want to develop next. And since we are on this kind of this close setup, maybe my king doesn't necessarily have to be saved right away. b5 would be a pretty nutty move. I don't really think I want to play b5 because then he'll just do a4. What if I fianchettoed my bishop? How crazy would that be? Yeah, I get into kind of like a King's Indian setup. I'll play g6. This move doesn't scare me, because I'll just play h6. Then he's got to go back. And he used 2 moves, and I used 1. Might even play h5 here. Having fun thinking of a lot of weird moves. Okay. Gonna go with another weird move. h5. Okay. It's a nice little weird position we got here. Probably knight d7 is what I want to do here. Maybe push for f6. Sneak a knight in. Get it to a really nice square. I don't know. I mean, just look at his queen though. He's got that piece absolutely stuck. Yeah, I'm not really scared of that. You can have it. Okay, he took it. I'm thinking of something along the lines of this. He can't recapture because it would be check. He found out what the threat was. Well, if he knows what the threat is, there's no more point having his knight this close to my pieces. So I'm thinking about f6. Now, if he takes with a pawn, how would I recapture? Probably with a bishop. No. I would have to recapture with a knight, I think. that e4 square is really calling. Huh. I think I'm just gonna castle here. Maybe bring the rook to g8. Get this out of the way, sneak him in. I don't know. Thinking here I'm gonna leave my knight on d7 to protect, so maybe I move him over to b6, something like that. Any idea of queen a5 though is just that a2 is being threatened. If he chooses to move that pawn, then c3 is going to be threatened. Just kind of making it a little more uncomfortable for him to make that decision. Both of our queens are kind of in really bad positions here. That might just be my strategy moving. Yeah, okay, so he plays a3. Just gonna kind of focus the threat on him a little bit. I don't really see a clear path through, but I'm hoping something will show. What's he attacking with that? Or is he just trying to get his knight to g6 somehow? Don't really know. It really interests me in the move bishop h6 now, though. My pawn will temporarily be protected, allowing me to double up. Yeah, why not? Time-wise, we're still fine. 20 minutes to 20 minutes. The light squares are going to be my friend here. So probably rook g4, rook over to g8. And then I just gotta try to find a way to break. I mean, nothing's coming to me yet. Because I feel like g3 is just a really good defensive move. Queen a4 looks like a very good move. Because then he can't push the b pawn, because I just take. Sometime here soon, I think queen a4 has got to be played. Okay. So is now where I want to play queen a4. Because he literally cannot touch me at that point. I could still get in just fine. Ooh, this is very tempting. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and play queen a4. If I get here, man, that's so juicy. And he doesn't have a way to kick me out of this. I might even follow up with a b5 here soon. I think b5 is a good follow-up move. He was probably thinking I was going to take en passant, but I do not want to open things up where my king is. I like to keep them nice and closed. Okay, he's giving me a pawn. I don't think I want to take said pawn. Yet anyhow. B5 is definitely tempting. Yeah, I'll just play B5 here. If he wants to open up the position, he's going to have to take on F5 now. I've got no interest in doing so myself. Yeah, rook G4 is also a good move, just because then that sack never works out for him. If he goes knight F3, I think I'm going to go queen C2. And then H5 isn't really hanging because he gets checkmated. Okay, so I actually chose to bring the queen over there. That I wasn't really expecting. Maybe he just wanted to play H3. Either way, this is probably going to get played. So the knight cannot be defended by moving it. So he's going to have to use a piece to protect it. So either like G3 or move his queen back, in which case he just loses tempo. Yep, so he chooses to defend with a pawn. Okay. So now I have an idea. I can bring this bishop back. This might be the wrong move order though. Because if he plays H3, I have to go backwards. So maybe first things first, we double the rooks. That way H3 won't be played. Yep, I'll double first. But my idea is to take, and then kind of do one of these, force them to double up. Interesting, he's trying to get the queen trade. I'm not opposed. I think I have enough tools here to get the job done. And I can even take that now with my knight, if I so wanted to. It's very tempting. I'll go for it. So he does have the pawn on a7 that he can take. It's not like he's just losing it. So I really like my knight on this square. Yeah. Kind of cements his rook to f1, I think. And his king can't ever go to the g squares because he'll grab the knight. I think if I were him, I'd... Did he just move there? I was about to say I would have gone there. Dare I do my trick one more time? Hold up. Take. Obviously, if he takes here, I would just take, and I'm better off. But let's say that I take, then he takes my knight. Take. Rook takes. Take. Take. Boom. And he has no way to stop that. So I'm going to do this one more time. Or do I do it with a knight? This knight's been pretty good to me. I'll do it with the bishop. Huh, okay. So I gain a pawn. And now I'm targeting the f4 square. I think I just try to snag one more pawn and then I just take it to the endgame. Although there might also be another checkmate here. Maybe I don't have to play like that. Maybe I just do something like this. Very basic. Alright. If I do this, how does he protect that? Best part is I could do this a bunch of different ways too. I could just take, I could take here, forcing him to recapture, put my rook there on e4, take, and then I just have so many connected pawns. And I could do this a bunch of ways. Okay, so he seems to be trying to push some pawns. I'm gonna try this one. Really? Okay. Guess he's not scared of my threat. Not sure if he's really smart or really stupid. Oh, I might have a checkmate actually. Accidental at that, but checkmate nonetheless. Okay, without mouse slipping like last time, what if I played h4, he took, and I just checked him here? No, 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 no. He still has one square. Damn. He still has one square. Okay. I've got a little bit of time. What can I think of? I'm just gonna make his pawns useless. I'll finish him that way. So I'll start here with check. Get one more check in. And then I'm gonna click my prize. My prize being a ton of useless pawns just waiting for me to capture. Check. There we go. Yeah, I have 4 passed pawns. I think this should be free. I think I'll have to really butcher this for it to not be free. I'm just going to take this if I have to. I feel that was out of desperation. Please, no more checks. So I could do this a few ways. I could just put my rook here or the pawn. It doesn't really matter. I'll just check him. Force him to go in front of his passer. There we go. That was actually kind of a weird game, so I'm going to go over that one. I enjoyed it. Accuracy probably not going to be too sharp, but I think it's fine. With that, we also hit a new PR, which is nice. My opening was all made up, so I'm not going to be surprised if there are like 20 inaccuracies just from the opening, but past that, I think I chose a lot of the correct moves. And I'll probably make this the last game of the day. It's only 2 games today, but a lot more progress than yesterday when I had 4 games. Wow, it's still 90% accuracy. I like that. Is it playing very well? Oh, and if these two are in the beginning of the game, oh, that's going to feel nice. I almost forgot this was a Caro from how weird it was. So c3, bishop f5, gives bishop d3, we take, I play e6, plays f4, weird move, plays c4, close it off, queen goes to h3, I play g6, get knight f3, bishop g7, they do like b5 here, huh, I thought about it, castle, knight e7, knight b d2, h5, knight g5, knight f5, knight f to, sorry, d to f3, knight b to d7, knight h4, queen b6, castle, rook b1, queen a5, e3, yeah, that move definitely seemed weird, so I want bishop h6, we get b4, queen a4, they liked queen d8, huh, yeah, I don't know, I mean, it makes sense, yeah, but I feel a lot more comfortable just shutting it down like this. These two pawns marching just seems scary. Bishop e3, b5 instead of rook g4. I was thinking about rook g4 too. Yeah, I mean, the computer is not scared of these pawns moving forward, but I definitely am. Queen f3, get rook g4, forcing g3. Oh yeah, I was thinking this myself. So this is what's the best move. And even though you lose a knight, this rook is stuck. That's why this is such a good move. I was thinking this at the time, but I was like, that makes no sense. Why would he play that? But yeah, the computer says it's actually the best move. That's wild. Right, so double up. Queen goes to d1. Yeah, and I traded. I was happy with that. I took here. He took. I took. He took. My knight gets planted on a very nice square. Can't go here. He can't move this guy. I mean, it just covers all the squares. He goes to d4. So I just go ahead and gobble up another pawn. He takes with that. I take bishop e5. And I went rook g4. Probably overkill. Rook a1. Rook h3. We get a4. Rook gh4. He takes. I wonder if there was some kind of forced checkmate here. Nope, what I did was best. Nothing forced. Yeah, I played this correctly. First I trade off a pair of rooks, get him off of this important, off of this important line, giving me tempo to pick up this pawn. Now even if he wants to protect these pawns from, say, me gobbling them up, I could literally just block, and if he takes, then I'm going to get a queen. And my king stops this all the time. Takes his king a minimum of 1, 2, 3 moves to get here, and even if he gets there, this one's promoting. So it's really super losing for him, even though it's only by 2. One of these is going to promote, for sure. King g5, rook e3. I just wanted to move out of the way and start moving pawns. King f6, c3, takes, blunder. I mean, it's already done. Yeah, he gets some last second checks in. Did not have to take, but whatever. I get a queen. That's game. Yeah, thanks for watching. That was probably one of my more creative games, something that really went outside the basics. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.